is In Focus. I'm John Lieberman, joined by a very special guest today who really doesn't need introduction, but I'm going to introduce him anyway. Juergen Mueller is with us, Executive Board Member for SAP, also Chief Technology Officer for SAP, and he and his team oversee the development of SAP's business technology platform known as BTP. Juergen, it's good to see you.
John, thanks for having me.
I trust you're staying safe and well there in Berlin.
I'm in my home office in Berlin, safe and physically separated, but socially close to as many people as possible.
Excellent. And I do want to talk about that in a little bit, about COVID and your leadership and what's gotten us through. But I got to start with the hot topic of the day, which is BTP. And really, Juergen, what I'm going to ask you is to break it down for us. What does it mean? Where are we with it now? And kind of what's the long-term vision? So I know that's a big question, but start with, what is BTP?
Yeah, and actually I do start with COVID-19, and the crisis has shown us that businesses need to be very flexible and agile, and they need to react very quickly to changing market demands. And data and technology is even more important than it was before this pandemic. And with the business technology platform, we created a technology foundation for all of SAP's applications. And you know that at SAP, we offer solutions for customers' most critical business processes, like CRM, procurement, HR, production, finance, supply chain. So we help customers with that. And in order to make sure that all of this runs in an integrated manner, this relies on one common platform. That's the business technology platform. And then what I like to do is to look at it from the customer side. So I talk to hundreds of customers while I'm now the CTO of SAP. And basically we can categorize into four areas what they need. First of all, they want to easily extend SAP applications. The second one is data is becoming more and more important, and customers want their data to value chain work perfectly. Here, they want to have one single insights layer across all data sources, not just SAP, but also all other data. Mostly for customers, most of their data from a volume perspective is even outside of SAP, but the most valuable data is inside SAP, and we help them to combine this. Third is integration, SAP to SAP, but also SAP to non-SAP. Customers constantly remind us that this is the key differentiator of SAP's past, and we must not forget it. End-to-end process integration. This is the reason why so many customers bought into SAP, because we can deliver all these critical processes for them in an integrated manner. And then last but not least, the fourth thing is development agility and speed. And the COVID pandemic really has just accelerated that. I think we all see it. If you now come with a proposal of a multi-year project, you get rolling eyes. Why should we do that? We need to deliver very fast. Another example here, Delivery Hero, one of the largest European food delivery companies. They, of course, their order volume surged during this pandemic. They now scale and have up to 1.5 million orders per day. All on SAP, they started with 0. Now they have 1.5 million. And they could scale this very, very fast with SAP, with such a solid foundation, but also an agile foundation where they can develop in a very fast manner and extend this very quickly. So this is, I hope, helps you, John, and everyone here to understand what the BTP is. We provide all the technologies companies need to become intelligent enterprises.
Juergen, you mentioned the need for speed, the need to move quickly. I think what I'm hearing from you is that BTP is actually helping many of SAP's customers move more quickly in their digital transformation journey than maybe they were before. Is that right?
Our customers need to move much, much quicker in their digital transformation journey than before. And the business technology platform helps them with that.
So Juergen, I've been reading about, just simply amazing things coming out of your team. You helped repatriate, some stranded German citizens at the beginning of the crisis. and you've developed this contact tracing app. Can you talk about these projects? I mean, these are truly, we talk about SAP making the world better. I mean, there is no better example here of making a difference.
Yeah, it really shows how agile SAP can be. Let's talk about the German repatriation app. It was one Tuesday evening, 8 p.m., where I got a call, and the German Foreign Ministry asked for help because the German Foreign Minister offered to bring stranded Germans back. That was when the commercial flights were basically stopped overnight, almost globally. And we helped them. And within 23 hours, actually, we provided an app for Germans to register with their full profile address, passport number, everything. So it needed to be secure. And we built that using SAP technologies, the SAP Cloud Platform Extension Suite. And yeah, very easy to do. And we jumped on the call. That also shows how ambitious and motivated people are. We do and we help. And of course, then the really hard work was with the German Foreign Ministry to bring more than 240,000 Germans back physically, not with the app, but the physical work of making that happen. But we are happy to contribute there. You mentioned the tracing app. Should I go into that as well?
Please, yeah, I really want to hear about that.
Yeah, here the German Health Ministry reached out actually to Deutsche Telekom and to SAP in order to help with the tracing app. We called Corona One app in Germany. I think that was really an example and a project where Telekom and SAP could show how agile we are and how we can really help the world, and in this case Germany, to cope with this pandemic much better. And here the Telecom takes care of the data center network, content delivery network, and SAP takes care of the mobile app for iOS, for Android, and the backend systems. And yeah, this project was fully done on GitHub on behalf of the German government. Now we have more than 17 million downloads. So
Wow.
this now really makes a difference in Germany. While we know that still a lot of the processes still need to be improved. For example, with QR codes when you get tested, that you can scan them, etc., etc., etc. But here also, again, we are happy to make a difference. And also what we currently work on is interoperability with other countries in Europe, because of course it's vacation season and we hope it doesn't happen, but we have to prepare for a second wave. And therefore, this is in full swing. Again, here, happy to help and happy to make the world run a bit better. And we are very gracious to the German government to having this trust.
Absolutely. Juergen, before we let you go, I have to ask you, obviously we've been talking about COVID. As a leader at, one of the largest companies in the world, what is the biggest lesson that you've learned having to navigate through, this pandemic, unlike anything we've seen in our lifetimes, at least?
Yeah, it is a challenge for all of us. All of us are impacted around the world, independent of whether we talk to colleagues in Asia, colleagues in Europe, or colleagues in the US or in Americas. Now the fires are coming on top in California. All the best as well to all people there. And for me, you asked for the biggest learning is leading with empathy. And that means listening, which is tough if you're not on site. So we made use of our own tooling on the one hand side to formally engage. So we run regular remote pulse checks with our colleagues with Qualtrics. And we learn a lot from that and what we can improve. Communication was the top point. So also here we did that regularly. And now more than 3/4 of our employees voted positively or neutral regarding their well-being. And with regards to communication, 10 percentage points better than in the beginning of the pandemic, of how well do they feel informed and taken care of. And also a key learning is that people are in different situations. The stress level is highest for people that have caregiving responsibilities and then kindergarten is closed. Homeschooling is a huge stress. So the faster we can also enable the surroundings again, like kindergartens and schools, etc., the better. But also we have to take care of people who feel lonely, who are isolated. So also here we launched an app to help people to never feel alone, to like never lunch alone, etc. So a lot to do. And then informally, I still connect a lot with my teams and also other teams and customers and partners.
Fascinating insights. Obviously, one of the greatest minds at SAP. Juergen, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon.
John, you're too kind. Stay safe as well. All the best. Take good care.